I've always said that Cancer was the ruler of black folks, melanin folks, or whomever, whatever you want to call it. We got so many different names, but I'm good with me with black folks. But anyway, I've always said that Cancer was the ruler. And for many, many, many reasons, I broke it down a couple of times. But one of the ways that I kind of, it always validates it is when there are transits to Cancer, you're always going to see some major news involving black people. And usually, if it's like one of the quote unquote malefics or even the sun, you're going to see situations on which there's violence against black people, right? So when Mars is in Cancer, there is police brutality. Is usually going to be some major incident involving in America, right? Because America's ruled by Cancer, right? So the sun is currently in Cancer, and so is Mercury. And a story erupted recently about coming out of Mississippi, involving two black men who were assaulted in their homes, and even it involved even some level of torture and sexual abuse, right? And I in particular thought of two, because when I think of two, I think of Mercury. I think of duality, right? I think of twos. And the fact that Mercury is in Cancer and, with the sun, so I'm thinking two people, two black folks, right? So why do these things happen? When you look at it as a whole, we look at it as racism, right? Because that's the term we kind of come to grips with, right? Here in America, it's just these are racist things. But in reality, what we're looking at is bullying, right? And what is the purpose of bullying? Well, the purpose of bullying serves a purpose, right? Bullying typically occurs to evoke the real power, or bring the power of the person who's being bullied to the surface. This is a powerful person, right? And for whatever reason, or maybe traumatic reasons, past life reasons, or whatever, these people will not use their power, right? They just have totally extinguished or attempt to extinguish their light. They don't want to use their power. They just want to kind of fade to the background, right? And as a whole, that's what you're looking at for black folks in America. Now, mind you, I said Cancer is the ruler of the diaspora, black folks and Africa, right? And Africans, and whoever is connected on that level, right? Even when you look at white folks that have strong Cancer placements, they usually deal very directly with black folks. So these are white folks that are either A, they're around black people a lot, or B, they have extreme issues with black people. It's usually going to be strong Cancer placements as well, right? So again, back to America. America is a Cancer. So your sign is, your sun sign is this is pointing to how you're exalted in the world, how you're perceived, how you're making your mark, your ego on the world, right? And we definitely, black Americans, quote unquote, have definitely made a huge impact on the world. Think about it. You got Beyonce right now touring the whole world, and she's like the equivalent of what's the name? The Queen of England, the former Queen of England, right? She's royalty, right? Literally. We have so much royalty that travels the world, we've had, that's impacted the world. We've had Michael Jackson, we've had Prince, we have Whitney Houston. We've changed the face of the world through, our expression, and our messages and our music and our arts and stuff like that. So we've made a huge impact on the mind and the direction of where the world is going. And that's what America's supposed to do as a Jack of Diamonds, right? So here we are. So back to the story. We're seeing this right now. The United States coming up, its birthday is coming up on the 4th of July. And that's when its calendar is going to be reset, right? Your yearly calendar, your solar return, its birthday year. And in its birthday year, the Nine of Diamonds, which is the card that represents Black folks and even people with very strong Cancer placements, is sitting in the crown position this year, right? So that means like highlight, good and bad, right? And even the bad is for the good, believe it or not. So what that means is there's going to be a lot of things that pop up to stir the power, to evoke the energy of Black folks, to encourage them to make some actionable, moves, and that actionable move is towards money, which is another Cancer moon thing. Moon is money, and I've talked about that before, right? So this is saying, go get your money. All of these things that happen are going to evoke the energy of go get your money. Why? Because this is karmic time. Like I've talked about with y'all. I talked about reparations. This is a time for the karmic collection of your money. Yes, it boils down to that. So even though this is set to happen, the energy has to be stoked. You know what I mean? Because if the energy is not stoked, you're not going to move as aggressive as you need to move to go collect this money. So you're going to be seeing a lot of things that are going to piss you off, and designed to do the same thing a bully is designed to do for you. And that is to get you to move in your power. Peace.